Hello! Today we're going to talk about how to prepare for this really busy travel season. And I also want to wish you a very happy holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate. And even if you don't celebrate, I want to just send you lots of good wishes for the end of the year as we're going into the new year. And I just want to send you all of my best wishes and blessings for today and the new year to come. And I thought it would be a really great time to just remind you about this season is so busy for traveling, and right now we're just getting into the holiday season. Really close, right? Christmas is right around the corner. People are going to be flying. It's the busiest time of year. So I just want to give you some tips to make this season of traveling a little bit better. So first of all, as you're going through TSA, you need to make sure you have everything in order. And one of the things that is an interesting point is make sure that when you pack your suitcase, that you make sure that it's empty when you start packing. That's such an interesting point, because what if you left something in that suitcase or in a pocket or something and you bring it through TSA screening and you don't know what's in there and it's like, oh my gosh, what's in there? And it might be something that you shouldn't have brought. So it's really nice to start with a completely empty suitcase. Make sure you check all the pockets that there isn't anything in there that can ring a bell, because as you're going through security line, there's going to be a lot of people. So that brings me to my next point. Make sure that when you're in the security line, you have your ID ready. Whether you just have your ID or if you have your passport, depending on where you're going, you want to make sure that you have your ID out and ready, because fumbling for your ID when there's a line behind you can cause stress. And then another really important tip that is super important is to get to the airport early. Right now, TSA is asking everyone to get to the airport 2 hours before your flight. That will reduce your stress considerably. If you can get to the airport nice and early, you're not going to have to stress when you're going through the security line. And then you get to the other side and you might be really early. You can go have some food or read your book or whatever it is. But that'll set the tone for your trip, because once you start getting frazzled and once you start having all that anxiety of being late, then that just compounds, and then it just kind of starts your trip out a little bit wonky. So that's something to really consider and make that a really good habit so that you don't have to stress. And when you're talking about packing as well, one of the things that I've noticed for myself is that if I'm in a hurry and I am packing in the last minute, I pack too much because I haven't given it enough thought. Like, what is it that I want to wear? What am I going to be doing? And then I kind of throw clothes in the suitcase. So that's a really good tip, is if you don't take enough time to pack, you end up overpacking. So that's something to consider too when you're traveling in the season. And especially if you're going to bring a carry-on, you want to make sure that you give it thought when you're packing. And so now is the season to be bringing gifts. Well, you want to make sure that those gifts are not wrapped when you're bringing them, especially if you're bringing a carry-on, because there might be something in that gift that they would need to look at. So you want to make sure that you bring your gifts unwrapped and then you can wrap them at your destination. That seems to be the best way to travel with gifts. And now a lot of airports are starting to have the new CT scanners where when you put your suitcase in there, it kind of reads it in 3D, which allows you to keep your liquids and you don't have to take things out of your suitcase. But not all airports have them yet. I know they're rolling them out, but this is a really good time to consider TSA PreCheck because that will really help move you through the line so fast. I think they're saying that's about, I can't remember the percentage, sorry, but it can take you less than 5 minutes to get through that security line a lot of the times. And if you have Clear and TSA PreCheck, it's so fast. So I just wanted to remind you all that if you don't have TSA PreCheck, you should really get it. Also, if you have a disability, you can call TSA 72 hours before your flight and they can arrange help for you. It's called the TSA Cares Helpline. And they have a phone number that you can call 855-787-2227. But make sure you call 72 hours before your flight. So that's just some information for you. And I just want to wish you the very best holiday season. And this is just a reminder that even though this is a very busy holiday season, you can mitigate having a rough, stressful time by just making sure you get to the airport early, have everything that you need at your fingertips. I'm talking about your ID. It's easily accessible, your passport or your boarding pass, whatever you need, you have it easily accessible, and give yourself time and you're going to have a great trip. So I wish you the very best during this season. Travel safe. And if you have any comments about what you like to do when you travel during the holidays, let me know. We all would love to hear. Have a great day and ciao for now. Bye.